Hey guys, Dr. Stephanie here, and today we're going to go through a quick leg workout to build strength in our hips and our quads and really just the whole lower extremity. It's really important to have leg strength because it can help prevent injuries, it can help decrease any pain you have, especially in your hips and your knees and your foot and ankle, but also just to do daily activities and to do activities that you like to do, like run or walk or bike. So having leg strength is super important, and just walking and running is not enough. You really need to work on those specific muscles, especially in your hip. Those hip abductors are really important. Those muscles that bring your leg out to the side, that keeps you walking normally, kind of keeps your pelvis stabilized, keeps you from limping, and it really prevents knee pain and foot and ankle pain, and even back and hip pain. So we're going to go through this exercise routine, just a few exercises. It doesn't take long. This is something that you can add to your routine. I would say 3 to 4 times a week. All you need is a loop resistance band, just like this, and a chair or a couch or just something you can sit down on. So we'll get to that one later, but we're going to start with the band, and you can just follow along with me. So I'm going to go through all these exercises with you. Place this band around your ankles, and if you feel like your balance is not the best and you want to start by holding on to something, you can. You can bring a chair next to you, hold on to it, or do it next to a counter. And you can do that to start, especially if you feel like you're struggling with balance a lot. You really want to focus on strengthening the muscles. So you can just hold on to something to begin with. So place this band around your ankles. The first one we're going to do is called hip abduction. And so that's just bringing your leg out to the side like this. And we're just going to do 10 of these. So just follow along with me. We'll start over. Those two didn't count. Basically, you want to keep your legs straight. You want to make sure your feet are pointed straight ahead, because then we're really working on this hip abductor muscle. And the main one there is the gluteus medius. And so basically, you're just going to bring this leg out to the side. So we'll call that 1. And you want to try not to lean over too much. So sometimes it's easy to lean like that. You don't want to do that. You want to just bring it straight out to the side and nice and slow. And again, if you feel like you're really wobbling, then hold on to something to start with. I think that's 8, 9, and 10. And if you feel like it's difficult around your ankles, you can actually move the band up to right above your knees as well. Okay, let's do 10 on the other side. Again, stand up straight. Try not to lean here. And just bring that leg straight out to the side. 5, 6. Keep those toes pointed straight ahead if you can. And last one. This one is great for working on the hip strength of the leg you're moving, but it's also great for working on the hip strength for the leg you're standing on. And even if you have to hold on to something, you still have to stabilize with that leg. So you're really working those hip muscles on that leg as well. Okay, let's go ahead and do a set of 10 again on this side, and then another set on the other side. So we're going to go here, straight out to the side again. And you want to keep your head pointed straight ahead as well. Call that 6. I may be off on that one. 2 more. So you don't want to be like looking down or slumped over. You want to have good posture. Everything should be in line. And this goes especially if you're holding on to something. Sometimes it's easy to kind of hunch over or look down, but make sure you're looking straight ahead. Okay, one more set on this other leg. We'll go 1, 2, 3. Toes pointed straight. This is great for balance as well, because you have to stand on this one leg. And last one. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to move to a little bit of a different muscle. We're also still going to be working those hip abductors because we have to stabilize with those, and we're working on balance. But now we're going to move the band to around our feet, and we're going to work on a little hip flexion. So the hip flexors are those muscles in the front of your hip here. And so here we're going to do a little marching. So you're going to lift your knee up and then lift the other knee up. And just lift it as high as you can comfortably. You can also, if you feel like you're not ready for the band, you can do these exercises with no band and then progress to a band when you're ready. So we're going to do 3 sets of 10 here. So again, you can hold on to something. If you're not holding on, or even if you are, make sure your posture is good. 4. So you're looking straight ahead, bringing that knee up as high as you can go. 9 and 10. So bring that knee up as high as you can, making sure you're not leaning again. So you want to keep your body up tall, and we're really working on those hip flexors and stabilizing with the glutes. Okay, let's go. Set number 2. We're going to go through this. Bringing that knee up as high as you can. 6, 7, and last ones. Okay, and again, we're working on balance and hip stabilization, because when we bring one knee up, the other hip has to stabilize. All right, let's do one more set of that. So here we go. We go 1, 2, 3. Body up tall. Bring that knee up as high as you can. And last 2 here. Okay, so that was 3 sets of 10. And you can always increase the number when you feel like these get easy and you're ready to progress the exercise. You can increase the number. You can also use a band that's a little more challenging. Okay, now we're going to do one more direction with this. And this one is going to be a backwards diagonal. So now we're working on that hip abduction. We're also working on hip extension. So we're going to stand on one leg. For this one, keep your knee slightly bent on the leg you're standing on. The leg you're moving is going to go back at a diagonal, and you're just going to tap your toe and come back forward. And try to keep your body facing forward, so we don't want to turn. We just want to move this one leg back at a diagonal like that, and keep a slight bend in this knee. When you have a bend in that knee, you're working your quad a little bit more and your hip muscles, because you're not just hanging back on like a fully extended knee where you're kind of hanging on your ligaments. You're really hanging on those muscles there. Okay, so again, let's do 2 sets of 10 on each side. So we'll start here. And so we're going to go back at a diagonal, just tap and forward, tap and forward, and just go back as far as you can comfortably. So if you start out with just like a small tap just here, that's totally okay. And you can also hold on to something if you need to. 9 and 10. All right, we'll switch sides. And even though you are moving the one leg and you're working those muscles, usually you actually feel it more on the leg you're standing on. So if that's the case, that is great. You're actually working the muscles really hard on that side too. Okay, let's go on the other leg. Slight bend in this knee. We go back at a diagonal and forward. Back and forward. 3 and 4. Keeping our body up tall. We don't want to be hunched over or looking down too much. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, relax. You should be feeling it in your glutes here. And if you're not, you can increase the resistance of the band, or maybe just do some more reps, because some people may be a little more advanced than other people. So maybe do 3 sets of 10 if you want to. Okay, let's do one more set on each side. So slight bend in this knee, and then back at a diagonal. Try not to lean forward too much as you do this too. Try to keep your back up straight. And 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we'll do one more set on the other side. So we'll bend this knee slightly, and let's go here. We'll go 1, 2, and if you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can tap your foot in the back and just not tap it down when you bring it forward. 7, that may have been 8. we'll just do an extra 9 and last one, 10. Okay, now your hips should be burning. Let's put the band to the side and we'll bring out the chair. So we're going to do 2 exercises with the chair, and one is going to be more challenging than the other. So if you feel like the second one you're not ready for yet, just do the first one for both of them. So we're going to do 2 sets of 10 of both. The first is going to be a sit to stand. So feet are going to be about shoulder width apart, and we're just going to slowly sit down and then stand back up. This one is fairly easy. So if that's where you're at, that's good. Do that one. But we're going to challenge ourselves a little bit. So we're going to put one foot back by the chair and one heel in front of us so that most of the weight is on this leg. So we're just going to sit back like this. It's going to be kind of a kickstand, sit to stand. So we're going to do, let's do 2 sets of 10, and then we'll do 2 sets of 10 on the other side, and then we'll go to the next exercise. Okay, so here we go. So just slowly sit down and slowly stand up. And the goal is to not use, if your chair has arms, don't use your arms to do it. But if you need to, then go ahead and do it, and then work to where you don't have to use it. This is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Okay, now we're going to switch and place the left foot back by the chair and the right foot in front. And from here, we're going to do another 10. So slowly sit down. This time, most of our weight should be on the left leg. So that's kind of the leg we're working more. This really works on single leg stability, balance, hip strength, quad strength. So this kind of gets everything. It's a great lower body workout. I think that's 7. Sorry if I miscounted. 8, 9, and last one, 10. All right. Now we'll go back to the other side. So right leg back by the chair and left leg in front, just on your heel there. So most of the weight is on the right leg. So let's do 10. So slowly sit, stand back up. 2, 3. Again, body should be tall, looking straight ahead. And no plopping down. So sit down nice and slow if you can. 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. All right, now last set on the other side. So left leg back by the chair, right leg in front. We're going to put our heel down like this, and we'll do 10. So slowly sit down, slowly stand up. 2. And you can do whatever you want with your arms, whatever feels most natural. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and one more, 10. Okay, so you should be really feeling that, especially in your quads, also in your hips. So we're going to do one more with the chair, and this one is more challenging. So if that one that we just did was hard, this one might be too hard, or maybe you're not ready for it yet, or maybe you are. So we're going to do a single leg sit to stand. So for this one, you're going to stand on one leg in front of the chair, slowly sit down, and then use 2 legs to stand up. So this one, we're just going to do 1 set of 10 on each side. This is a more challenging one. You can work up to doing 3 sets of 10 on each side and skipping the last one we did. But for now, we're going to do the 2 sets on the other way we did, the kind of kickstand, and then 1 set like this. So let's do 10 of these on each leg. So stick a leg out, slowly sit down. Again, no plopping. 2 legs up. 2, 3, 4. If this is hard too, you can try doing like a higher stool or a higher bed to start with. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, now we'll do 10 more on the other side. Okay, stand on this right leg, stick this left leg out, and then gradually sit down. Nice and slow. Again, no plopping. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. Okay, so we are done for today, but that's a leg workout you can add, like I said, 3 to 4 times a week. Really works on building hip strength and stability and balance. And even if you don't have any knee pain or hip pain or foot and ankle pain, it can help prevent it. If you do have any knee pain or ankle pain or foot pain or even hip or low back pain, these exercises can help reduce that pain and get you back to doing all of your favorite activities.